Hey, how about a semi-fast and furious update here? What do we have? Let's see. Progress, modeling in progress. So this is what we got with the trailer. Whoops. Just this was actually some hardware paint I had left over from something else because I wanted to paint it this color orange here, but I don't have enough, and I'd have to buy some more, and I'm cheap. So I I had this orange. I tested it on a spoon. Ta-da! It worked good. I used it with. It dries flat. The paint does. It's a flat paint. And it's in a hardware paint, which is acrylic enamel, acrylic and enamel. Who the heck knows what it is? It don't say on the package like most of them. So I tested it on the spoon, and then I shot it with my urethane clear, and it came out semi-shiny, so that'll work. And then I had this here. My intention was to make this like a vehicle that goes in the snow, but because there's just now I got this vehicle as a back kit on eBay. Like somebody bought the combo where you get the Bronco and this vehicle buggy, but they didn't want the buggy, so they sold it on by itself on eBay, and it was real cheap. So and I bought it because I wanted the buggy, but I didn't want the Bronco, so I never bought the kit. So but anyway, I was going to do that, and my intention was to put a couple snow mobiles on this. But then I thought, well, it would be cool if I had the buggy and just like make it a team Sambo here. So I was going to put the buggy on there, but the more I looked at it and the more I did it, I'm like, there's just not really going to be a lot of room there to get a snowmobile on there. I mean, it just seemed like it'd be awkward if it was like this. So, and then I thought, well, maybe I could put it on the back, and that just didn't seem very, I don't know, functional. So then I decided, well, I guess the snowmobile for right now is out of here. I can always get another trailer. I see these trailer kits for sale all the time. So I can do that some other way without the buggy, and then I'll put the snowmobiles on there. So I had already fabricated 2 skis for it. You may have seen that in a previous video. So I already had those on there, and they were actually glued on. And this, the ski idea came from Tim at Rat Daddy Studios, and it's a great idea, but the more I looked at it, and the more I decided that if I'm not going to use the snowmobile, then I'm not going to put the skis on here. So I did take them off, and actually I'm going to save those because you never know. And then I just went ahead and painted the tires, and I'm just going to make it a buggy, and then I'll tow it behind something else, not the Jeep pickup. Those Jeep pickups are getting hard to get, and everybody's asking crazy money already, and it just perturbs me sometimes because I mean I bought that kit for probably $20, and you know when you do that, it's like, man, I should have bought 5 of them at the same time. You know, whenever I buy a $20 kit, and that was brand new. So, but anyway, so now we got 4 tires on it. I still got work to do to it. It's not done, the buggy. I'm trying to decide whether I like this on here or not, and part of me says no. I don't know. I don't think I need it. I might put like a bar or something across the front. It does come with these tire rack doodads, and which is kind of neat. But you know they already have these like this, so I might just connect those together with this bar in the front. This I could either I might heat it up and fold it down and glue it, or I'll just put a piece of Plastruct or something in there, evergreen, and then figure out what I want to do with that. And that would be, I like it if it was low, because if you were towing it, I think this is just going to cover it up, especially from the side view. You're just not going to get, sorry, out of the camera. You know, from the side, you know, it's just not, it just covers up too much for me. So we'll save that for something else. And that's where we're at on that project. And I like the way it's going. I just got to make a few more decisions. I've already got the rims painted. These are slots, so I'm going to have to put some black paint in the holes because I don't think I can open them up. They're pretty deep because they go into this part here, which attaches to another part, which goes on the axle and the tire. So I will probably have to blacken those out. But I'm going to do that. Of course, this comes with the off the ramps and everything like that. And like so, if you ever seen that. I don't remember who makes this trailer. I know Revell makes one, and I know AMT. Both of them make a trailer, a race trailer like this. But I don't remember. It was a bag kit. So again, somebody bought something that came with the trailer, and they didn't want the trailer, so they sold it on eBay cheap, and I only wanted the trailer. So of course that worked out. I just don't know. Actually, maybe I have the. Oh, you know what? It's AMT, because I thought it might be Revell, but now I remember they sent me the instructions and it says AMT. So that's what the AMT race trailer looks like. If you're interested, or you see that on a box, or you ever wondered what it looks like, that's what it looks like. So we got this. Now this trailer is modified. This, I put plastic, evergreen plastic, whatever it is, around the edges, because originally I was going to set that on there and I wanted it to have a good base for that. So I put that on there. This flat piece you see across here on the top that's orange, that's sheet plastic. I also reinforced it on the bottom with this. Sorry. This thing right here, this piece of plastic, this one here is square tubing. I added those because at first I thought I might do something else, but then I decided, well, I'm just going to put those in there. This piece right here also is a piece of I added. So those make it stronger, but also made it so that I could put this piece in here in the middle, because I didn't like the way it was see-through. In the middle, I didn't like that. I wanted it to be a little more nicer trailer. So that's where we're at. I'll probably build this, and then I have some other truck kits, and then eventually there'll probably be a pickup truck or something towing this thing. I don't know if I would paint it the same color combination. That's an idea, but we will see. What else we got going on? The other thing on the bench is, move all this out of the way, that in there, is my group build for the Aurora Group Build. And this is what I got so far. Of course, it's an airplane, and this is why I don't do very many airplanes, is there's a big seam that runs all the way along the top and all the way along the bottom. It wasn't that bad, and you can still see a phantom line there, but it's good enough for me. But that's the number one thing I do not like about airplane kits. I just cannot stand that. You already have to do body work. Somebody needs to invent an airplane kit that doesn't have those two seams. I don't know who, but somebody can do it. Anyway, that's where we're at on that. That's in primer. I will probably glue the entire plane together first, and then I will probably paint it. I may get some black primer, but I doubt it because I don't often use black primer. I may just paint it to me a flat black, and then give it a good once over with some light sandpaper, smooth it out a little bit if I need to, and then I'm going to paint the whole plane black at one time, and then I'm going to put clear blue over it, which will act as a actually I might just paint it flat black and then just put the clear blue over that, but I'm going to test that on a spoon first. But if the clear blue would act like a gloss coat, but it would also be tinted, so, and it might look a little more, if I'm lucky, it'll look similar to the box. Maybe not. Maybe in the right light it might have a little bit of a blue to the outside, but we'll see how that works. I have done that once before, but to be honest, I don't remember how well it worked. I can't even remember what model I did it on, but I did have painted a model black and then coated it with clear blue. I just don't remember what it was. So, but that's where we're at on that project. So I covered this car in another video, which is a F1 group build. I'm going to put links for all this stuff in the bottom because I don't want to mutilate somebody's name for their channel. But this is for the F1. I did it. I have a video which I will upload that shows you how I made the wire wheels for the car, and that's one painted. Here's one that I just made for the video. So that'll go a little more into that. But other than the wheels, there's really nothing done. I glued the engine house together, but that's about it. That group build is not due till December, so I have nearly three quarters of a year to build it. So I have plenty of time, and I don't see any reason to rush it. The other project I have is this truck, which is going to be four-wheel drive. I have a Mobius four-wheel drive chassis, which I cut down, and then I will be using for this truck. But I want to paint this body first. I'm going to go by an auto parts store and see what they have for their lacquer paint. And I'm going to paint the whole truck first, all the body parts and everything. And when I do that, I'll do the interior, and then I want to see how it's going to sit on this chassis, and then I can make modifications to the chassis because I want to put larger tires on it. So I don't want to glue it all together and then find out the tires won't fit because these wheel wells don't seem to have a lot of room. So I may have to put a body lift on it, which would be easier than a suspension lift. So, but before I do that, I've got to put the whole body, interior, and everything together so that I can judge on doing that. I've put body lifts on the model trucks before, and that's really the easiest way. Just like they do real vehicles, a body lift is the easiest way because you normally don't have to worry about, alignment and suspension geometry and all that. Just put a body lift on it. You could raise it, 1 inch, 2 inch. I wouldn't go more than that, but that gives you more than enough room to put a larger tire on there. And usually it doesn't affect anything. And I still have the Camaro, which I have to go get some cleaner for the airbrush, and then I'm going to try to see if I can paint the front bumper and fascia part, and then some other parts. I think I have enough paint to paint those things by chance, but we will see. So that's on hold. What else we got? We have my motorcycle rider, so that when I build my motorcycle kit, I have a figure to go with it. So I put a first coat of Vallejo red on her, and what did I do? I primered her. I primered the whole figure first, and then I shot it with Tamiya skin tone, and then I've been painting the red by hand. So we'll see how that goes. I'm taking my time with this because the face is going to be the most difficult part of. I've done figures before, and the face is always the hardest part. So that will definitely be last. But that's just another ongoing project. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're not doing anything with the snowmobile. And I think that's all the in-progress models at this moment. So that's it. That's where we're at. Kind of crazy. I mean, I'm waiting on paint. Waiting on some cleaner for the airbrush. I usually buy it at Lowe's, so I need to make a trip to Lowe's. And then I think the Batmobile is almost ready. I just got to glue the rest of it together, and then I can paint it all at one time, like I said. And that's it. I think that's it. Sorry, it seems like I'm rambling on, but I'm trying not to forget anything. There we are. That's a progress report. So we'll catch you next time. Later.